Welcome back to Sincere Pursuit. Throughout the annals of human history, the concept of hell has captured the imagination and fears of civilizations across the globe. It serves as a potent symbol of moral reckoning, a place of punishment for the wicked, and a reflection of societal values and fears. The evolution of hell is not merely a theological construct, but a complex tapestry woven from cultural, political, and historical threads. The earliest references to hell can be traced back to ancient Mesopotamia, where the Sumerians envisioned a shadowy underworld known as Kur. This realm was not necessarily a place of torment, but rather a dreary existence where the souls of the dead dwelled in a state of forgetfulness. The Epic of Gilgamesh, one of humanity's oldest literary works, alludes to this underworld, illustrating a society grappling with the inevitability of death and the afterlife's uncertainties. As civilizations evolved, so did their perceptions of the afterlife. In ancient Egypt, the concept of the afterlife became more elaborate, with the weighing of the heart ceremony depicted in the Book of the Dead. The heart, representing one's deeds during life, was weighed against the feather of Maat, symbolizing truth and justice. If the heart was found wanting, the soul faced annihilation, a fate that echoed the punitive aspects of hell. This notion of moral accountability would reverberate through time, influencing later religious thought. The Greeks contributed significantly to the concept of hell with their depiction of Hades, a realm that housed both the virtuous and the wicked. The myth of Tartarus, a deep abyss where the damned were punished, introduced the idea of eternal torment. This duality reflected the Greeks' understanding of morality, justice, and the consequences of one's actions, setting the stage for future interpretations of hell. As Christianity emerged, it transformed the notion of hell into a more defined and fearsome entity. The early church fathers, such as Augustine, drew upon existing pagan concepts while integrating their theological perspectives. The New Testament introduced vivid imagery of hell, particularly in the teachings of Jesus, who warned of Gehenna, a fiery pit associated with judgment and punishment. The Book of Revelation further solidified hell's terrifying reputation, depicting a lake of fire where the wicked would suffer eternally. The establishment of hell as a central tenet of Christian doctrine was not merely a spiritual endeavor, but also a tool for societal control. During the Middle Ages, the Church wielded immense power, and the fear of hell became a mechanism for governance. The concept of sin and the afterlife was manipulated to maintain authority, with clergy often using vivid descriptions of hellfire and brimstone to instill fear and obedience among the populace. The infamous Dante Alighieri, in his Divine Comedy, painted a detailed and imaginative portrayal of hell that resonated deeply with the fears of his time. His vivid imagery of the 9 circles of hell, each corresponding to different sins, served both as moral instruction and as a reflection of the Church's influence on societal norms. As the Renaissance unfolded, the Reformation challenged the Church's monopoly on the concept of hell. Reformers like Martin Luther and John Calvin sought to return to the Scriptures, emphasizing personal faith over institutional doctrine. This shift led to a diversification of beliefs about hell, with some sects emphasizing God's mercy and others reinforcing the traditional views of eternal punishment. The rise of Protestantism fragmented the understanding of hell, leading to a plethora of interpretations that reflected the political and social upheavals of the time. In the Enlightenment era, rationalism began to challenge the dogmatic views of hell. Thinkers such as Voltaire and Rousseau questioned the morality of eternal punishment, arguing that a benevolent God could not condemn souls to eternal suffering. This philosophical shift prompted a reevaluation of hell's purpose, leading to the emergence of more humanistic perspectives on morality and justice. The Age of Reason fostered a sense of skepticism toward traditional beliefs, and hell became a topic of debate rather than a universally accepted doctrine. The 19th century brought about significant changes in the perception of hell, largely influenced by the rise of science and secularism. The Industrial Revolution and the advancements in human understanding of nature led many to view hell as an outdated relic of a superstitious past. However, this period also saw the resurgence of interest in spiritualism and the occult, leading to new interpretations of the afterlife. Hell became a subject of fascination in literature and art, with authors like Mary Shelley and Edgar Allan Poe exploring themes of damnation and the human psyche. In the 20th century, the horrors of 2 world wars and the Holocaust forced humanity to confront the depths of human depravity. The concept of hell morphed once again, as existentialist thinkers like Jean-Paul Sartre and Albert Camus grappled with the absurdity of existence and the idea of a hell on earth. Sartre's famous line, "Hell is other people," encapsulated the notion that suffering could manifest in life rather than an afterlife. This perspective challenged traditional views and invited individuals to consider the moral implications of their actions in a world devoid of divine judgment. As we moved into the 21st century, hell continued to evolve, influenced by globalization and cultural exchange. The digital age brought forth new platforms for discussing and interpreting hell, with social media and online forums allowing for a diverse range of beliefs and experiences. The rise of secularism and interfaith dialogue prompted a reevaluation of hell's place in modern society. Many began to see hell not as a literal place of torment, but as a metaphor for the consequences of one's actions and the moral struggles inherent in the human experience. In contemporary discourse, hell is often framed within the context of social justice, with discussions around systemic oppression and the suffering caused by human actions taking precedence. The concept of hell has been reimagined as a reflection of societal ills, urging individuals and communities to confront the moral implications of their choices. The idea that hell could be a state of existence rather than a geographical location resonates with those seeking to address the injustices present in the world today. Thus, the history of hell is a rich and multifaceted narrative that transcends mere theology. It reflects the evolution of human thought, the interplay of culture and politics, and the enduring quest for meaning in the face of mortality. From ancient scrolls to modern interpretations, hell serves as a mirror, revealing our deepest fears, aspirations, and the moral fabric of our societies. It is a testament to humanity's struggle with the concepts of good and evil, justice and mercy, and the eternal question of what lies beyond the veil of death. Thank you for tuning in to Sincere Pursuit.